Welcome back to another game of On Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I'm the designer and creator of On Base Baseball. In this game, we're going to continue our Max Fried 2022 replay, and this will be start number 7 for Maxwell. He is in Milwaukee with the Braves. They'll be going up against Corbin Burns and the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's get started with our starting lineups here. For the Braves, it's going to be Ronald Acuna in right, Matt Olson at first, Austin Riley at third, Ozuna is the DH, Ozzie Albies is playing second, d'Arnaud is at catcher, Dansby Swanson will be the shortstop, Adam Duvall hitting 8th in center field, and Travis Demeritte another start, and he will be in left field this time. For the Brewers, it's going to be Colton Wong leading off in this game at second, Urias at shortstop, Yelich in left, Renfroe in right, Tyrone Taylor in center, Rowdy Tellez is the DH, Mike Brousseau gets a start at third base, Keston Hiura gets a start at first base, and Caratini, the switch-hitting catcher, will be batting 9th. Let's get this one started. This will be Ronald Acuna Jr., and he's facing off against Corbin Burns. A 36 is going to be a blank off of Corbin Burns, and that's going to be a fly ball out to left center field. And the left fielder, Christian Yelich, is there to make the play. One down. Next up is going to be Matty Olson, first baseman for the Braves. A 23 is going to be a grounder, but that's got an error check attached to it, so that's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. Let's see if the pitcher makes the play. He does. And Burns will make a nice throw to first. That's going to be out number 2. Matty Olson down for the second out. Brings up Austin Riley, 2 down, nobody on. And Riley with the fly ball, this one out to deep right field, but not deep enough, and that's going to be a 3 down inning for the number 1 starter, Corbin Burns. Burns, a 12-8 record, 2.94 ERA, 2.91 SIERA in 2022. And we're going to get our first look at Maxwell Fried on the road. I believe this is only his second road start, so most of his starts have been at home, and he'll face off against Wong, Urias, and Yelich. The pitch to Wong is going to be a fly ball that goes to right field, and dead in his tracks is Ronald Acuna. Had him played perfectly, and that's going to be out number 1. Luis Urias, he is playing shortstop in this game for Willy Adames. 44 is going to be a base hit, and that's a base knock over the shortstop's head, and that will be in for a single for Urias. Urias, not a lot of speed, so we're going to let Christian Yelich hit away without any runner's motion. And this will be a fly ball out to straightaway left field as he goes to the opposite field. And out there in left is Demeritte. Demeritte will make the play in left. I always want to say it's Ozuna out there, but he is DHing in this game. Brings up Hunter Renfroe, the right fielder. 2 down, 1 on, and a 66 is going to be a base hit, but that's going to be a base hit with an asterisk, so that's a long single. And he doesn't have great speed, so it doesn't mean anything different than normal. With 2 outs, I always give the base runners an extra base anyway, but that was a base hit to right field for Hunter Renfroe. And the Brew Crew have something cooking here in the first inning against Maxwell Fried. 35 from Fried, he shuts it down with a strikeout, and that's going to be out number 3 as Milwaukee threatens, but they can't get any runs home. And so we head to the top of the second inning, still tied at 0. Corbin Burns will be facing off against Ozuna, Albies, and d'Arnaud. For Ozuna, 44 is going to be a base hit. That's another long single. So that's into the gap, or actually down the line. And that will be, Marcel's going to stay at first base. Doesn't have a lot of speed. So he's not going to challenge the arm of the right fielder, Renfroe. So it brings up Ozzie Albies with nobody out and a runner at first base. The 24 is going to be a double play as they roll that one up 6-4-3. And that's 2 down in the inning. Nice Pitch there by Burns as Ozzie Albies smokes it to shortstop, but turns it into a perfect double play. 16 will be a fly ball that goes out to left center field as Darno turns on it, but not enough carry there, and that's another 3 up, 3 down inning for the Braves. Nice start from Corbin Burns. And let's see what if Max can shut down the bottom of the order here. It's going to be Tellez, Brousseau, and Hura. 36 is going to be a fly ball that goes down the right field line. Chasing it over to the line is Ronald Acuna, and he's going to make the play in the corner as Tellez got around on it but couldn't get enough juice on it to get it out of the park. It's going to be Mike Brousseau now. He gets a start at third base, and he's going to get a base hit there. That's right past the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Into right center for a base hit, and Brousseau is standing at first. Keston Hiura up now. Hiura, 226 average, 14 homers, 32 RBIs, and only 234 at-bats. So, played decently enough, power-wise. But he's going to strike out here as Maxwell gets him on the K. And that's going to be out number 2. The Brewers in danger of stranding another runner at first base, or another runner on base, I guess. And that's going to be a 24. 24 is going to be a K as he gets Caratini looking. And Max takes down the Brewers in the second inning. Score still 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Corbin Burns yet to, actually he's allowed one hit, huh? He's allowed one hit in 2 innings, and he's got a 25 here. This will be to Dansby Swanson. It'll be Swanson, Duvall, and Demerit. So bottom of the order for the Braves in the third. 25 is going to be a fly ball. This goes out to right center field, but we do have an error check there. So let's check the error. No error on the play. And that's going to be the right fielder, Renfroe, who comes in and makes the play on the ball. Whenever there's an error check, if it's not a 1 or 2, there's no need to continue forward to actually look at the player's defense. It's not going to be an error unless it's a 1 or a 2. Brings up Adam Duvall. Duvall with the rip here. That's a 34, and that's out to right center field as Duvall goes the other way. And he one-hops the wall, and he's going to be in at second base with a double. So nice piece of hitting there as he takes that Corbin Burns fastball off the outside part of the plate to the opposite field. Brings up Travis Demerit. Demerit a chance to knock in a run here. He's got a 44. 44 is going to be a base hit. And we can check Duvall's speed is just a 3. That's about a 30% chance, 33% chance of scoring. That's not quite to my liking. So what we're going to do is we're going to let Ronald Acuna hit away. I don't think that's ever been a bad thing to say. Let Ronald Acuna hit away. Acuna just a 9 batting runs last year. He did 266. He did have 15 home runs and 50 RBIs. Didn't have a full season. He missed the entire month of April. And so didn't get a lot going there. But he hits a 66, which is a long single. So that's a hit to the opposite field out into right center. That's going to be a single. That's going to score 1 run. And it's going to push the other base runner to third base on the long single. For Ronald Acuna, just a 5 speed. If he had a 6 speed, he would turn that into an automatic double. But just a 5 speed. But got runners at the corners now against Corbin Burns and only 1 out. Hopefully Olsen can stay out of the double play. No 24, no 24. 25 is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to left center field. And deep on the run is the center fielder. The center fielder is Tyrone Taylor. He's going to make the play in center. So we'll call that F8. That's out number 2. And let's see. Should we try to score? I'm not going to try to score from third base. Got Austin Riley out there of the 34.7 batting runs. Let's see if he can drive in some runs here. 25, that's going to be a fly ball down the left field line. Coming into the line is Christian Yelich, and he's going to make the play on the run, and that's going to be 3 down. The Braves do get 1 out of that, and they take a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Back to the top of the order for the Brew Crew. It's going to be Colton Wong, Urias, and Yelich for Milwaukee. A 15 will be a base hit for Colton Wong as he gets it past the second baseman. Into right center field, Colton Wong with a 6 speed. We're going to try to steal here. 1-6, he's going to be safe. And he's in there with 5. So Colton Wong swipes second base, and he's going to be at second with nobody out. And the Brew Crew looking good right here. Urias to the plate. 22, this could be good things. A triple if it's an 8 or a 9, and he rips one down the line. Hard time getting to it is Ronald Acuna, and Urias is going to be he's going to wind up at third base with an RBI triple. So coming in on the play is Colton Wong and Urias with an RBI triple. Game tied at 1. Got a runner at third base with nobody out. Christian Yelich to the plate. A fly ball. This goes out to left center field. No problem out there for Demerit as he makes the catch. The base runner at third is Urias. He has a 2 speed, so that's not... Somebody's going to have to drive him in. Or get the auto fly out. That would knock him in as well. A 13 is going to be a ground ball. That goes to the shortstop. Going to hold the runner... actually not playing the infield in, so that's going to score the run from third. So we're going to go 6-3 on the put out. That'll be out number 2. Run from third is going to score, and that will be a score on the fielder's choice. So both runs come in as the Braves were playing back there. If it was hit to third, maybe keep that runner at third, but it was hit up the middle. 44 is going to be a walk to Hunter Renfroe. And not a great inning here for Maxwell Fried. Last game didn't have a great start either. And it was like this, the second time through, it all unraveled for him. Let's see if he can buckle down here. He can't. That's going to be a single to left center field. And that's Tyrone Taylor. And he's going to knock the run or the base runner to third base. Now we have runners at the corners with 2 down. And Rowdy Tellez at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Let's see if Fried can get him to shut down this inning. 33 he can as he leaves a curveball out over the plate, and Tellez deposits it into right center field. This one's going to go for a home run. A 33. Oh, I'm sorry, that's going to be a single off of Fried's card. So that's going to be an RBI single. Always start on the pitcher card first. So RBI single for Tellez. That's also going to put the runner at first at third. And so we've got 2 down now. And runners at the corners again. Already 3 in this inning for the Brew Crew. Here's a ground out. This is a little tapper out in front of the plate. Pouncing on it is d'Arnaud. And he makes a good throw to first to get Mike Brousseau. But the Brewers do put a 3 spot on the board. And they take a 3-1 lead over the Braves in this one. Coming up in the top of the 4th, it's going to be Ozuna, Albies, and Travis d'Arnaud. Ozuna 1 for 1 with a single in his first at bat, but not such luck here as he swings through a Corbin Burns slider, and that's going to be out number 1. Brings up the second baseman, Ozzy Albies, switch hitter, batting left-handed against the righty Corbin Burns. 33, as he gets a hold of one, that's just straightaway left field. Going back on it is a left fielder Yelich, and he just looks up as he runs out of room, and that's going to be a solo home run for Ozzy Albies, and that closes the lead to 1 as the Braves put another run on the board. This is going to be a 3-2 lead now for the Brew Crew, and the runs are starting to come hard and heavy in Milwaukee. Brings up Travis d'Arnaud. He flied out to left in his first at bat. 45 is going to be a base hit, and that goes to center field as d'Arnaud turns that one right back around on Burns. And the Braves have a runner at first with 1 out, and Dansby Swanson, all-star shortstop, steps up, and he's also going to hit a base hit right up the middle. A little bounding ball, it gets through the infield, and with 1 out, d'Arnaud's going to stop at second base, not a fast runner of 3. So we got Dansby Swanson at first. We've got Travis d'Arnaud at second base, and Corbin Burns in a little bit of hot water as he faces the powerful Adam Duvall. Duvall with a double in his first at bat. But here he's going to ground out, and that ground out goes to the shortstop. We're going to take the force out at second base, so that's going to be out number 2. As Swanson is out, we go 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and over to third goes Travis d'Arnaud. On a regular ground out, I like to take that runner at second base. That's most likely what would happen. Travis Demeritte stands in. 23 is going to be a ground out, but we do have an error check. That grounder goes to the third baseman. The third baseman is Brousseau, and no chance for an error there. So he's going to go to first for the sure thing, and that's going to be the third out. But the Braves do put another run on the board, and it's 3-2 Milwaukee over Atlanta. Max Fried comes out. He's facing, well, I got to change that. Here, grounded out. He's facing Caratini, and then back to the top of the order with Wong and Urias. Make sure everybody's on the page here. 23 is going to be a ground out, and that goes to the third baseman. We got an error check on Austin Riley. Dice went far that time, so that's going to be a 6, and that will be a play made by Austin Riley. Nice play to his left on a one hop, like a little short hop, and he picked it up, guns it over to first, and gets the catcher at first. One down now, and it will be Colton Wong to the plate. A 13 to Colton Wong is going to be a ground out. That's to the second baseman, Albies. Picks up on a couple of hops, a couple of candy hops there. Over to first, gets Wong by a couple of steps, and that's going to bring up Urias. Urias is 2 for 2. He's got a single and a triple. So a nice start for him, starting the game for Willy Adames. 23 is going to be a ground out, and that goes to the second baseman, and that's not the one I want. It's this one. Let's see if there's an error. It is a 6. That dice is rolling today. So that's going to be to the second baseman, 4-3 on the putout, and a 1-2-3 inning for Maxwell Fried as he shuts down the Brewers in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Got 18 batters here. He can go 24. We're at 18, 19, 20 for Max Fried. So both pitchers doing okay at this point. We'll see how the middle innings treat them. A 3-6. 36 is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to left field as Ronald turns around on one, but he doesn't hit it far enough. That stays in the park. And the left fielder is Yelich, who runs it down in the gap. It'll be Matt Olson now. Olson 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flied out. And now he's going to add a strikeout to that. And that's a strikeout swinging as he goes through a Corbin Burns fastball. Looking at his bat to see if there's an actual hole in it, as he thought he was going to be able to catch up to that, but he couldn't. It's Austin Riley to the plate now. Riley, here's another strikeout. And that one this time is going to be caught looking. So Riley looking curveball, gets a fastball, and he is out ball. All right, we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 3-2 our score. Got a good one going here in Milwaukee. For the Brew Crew, it's going to be Yelich, Renfroe, and Tyrone Taylor. 36 is going to be a fly ball, and that goes out to left center field. Tracking it down in center is Adam Duvall, and he'll make the play for out number 1. Yelich, the first out of the inning. Hunter Renfroe up to the plate. Renfroe is 1 for 2. He had a single back in the first. And this is a 24. 24 is going to be a strikeout as Max Fried gets him on a little lollipop curveball, and that's going to be out number 2. Coming up to bat is Tyrone Taylor. Taylor 0 for 1. I'm sorry, he's got a walk and a strikeout. And this is going to be good things for Taylor as he gets a base knock. And that will be a single past the shortstop into center field. And the Brew Crew have a runner at first base, 2 down, and Rowdy Tellez to the plate. Tellez 1 for 2. A 33. This is going to be another base hit, this time to straightaway left field on a line. and stopping at third base is going to be Tyrone Taylor. So with 2 outs, the Brewers have more base runners here, and Brousseau, the third baseman, stands in. This is going to be a fly ball to right field. On the run is Ronald Acuna Jr. Oh, and he is going to make the error as it goes off of his glove. Tough play in right field, and that's going to be sorry, that's an E9. So that's going to push. E9 is going to be like a single, so that's going to score a run. No RBI on the play. Because everybody's running with 2 outs, that's going to be a runner at third base now, so we treat that like a single. It's just a 1 base error. But the Brewers do get their 4th run. It's 4-2 now. Milwaukee with runners at the corners and 2 down. Here's a 55. That's going to be a line drive. Right back to the pitcher. Max gets his glove up, and we'll go L1 on the put out. There's no out there. That's out there. So the Brewers do strike for 1 on the error that's charged to Ronald Acuna. Don't know why. Yeah. Charged to Ronald Acuna, and it is 4-2. And looks like that's going to be the end of the line. Not another great start. I mean, just kind of tough for Max Fried. He was 14-7, but just had a couple tough ones here. Corbin Burns is at 23 batters. We don't have to do anything until 24, so he can pitch this whole inning with normal stamina. A 13 is going to be a ground out. That's to the second baseman. Who is that? Hura? Colton Wong gets it over to first, and that'll be out number 1. Ozzie Albies stands in. He homered in his last at bat. He's 1 for 2. 55 is going to be a line drive, or a line out. Right back to the, it's to the second baseman. So we'll go L4 on the line out. And that'll be quick 2 outs as Colton Wong makes a couple nice plays in the 6th. It's going to be Travis d'Arnaud to the plate. 23 for d'Arnaud is going to be a ground ball. That's a little tapper out to down the third base line. We'll see if the catcher can make the play. He can. And that will be Caratini who jumps on that. Makes a good throw to first and gets the speedy d'Arnaud by an eyelash. That's going to be a 0 for the Braves in the 6th. And we're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-2 is our score. Let's get a replacement for Maxwell Fried. Let's see what we got here in the bullpen. We got the bottom of the top of the order. And let's see. Let's go with Jackson Stevens. He's been mostly good for the Braves. And so let's get him switched out here. Stevens was sort of a middle innings, 1 or 2 guy, 1 or 2 inning guy for the Braves. So Matt gives up 1, 2, 3, 4. What was that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he goes just 5 innings in this one. Gives up 9 hits and 4 runs. Only 3 were earned. It will be no walks, which is good. 1, 2, 3. Only 4 strikeouts. No hit by pitch. He faced 26 and no wild pitches. So Max Fried's day is done. He cannot be the winning pitcher in this one. So he's going to get a no decision at best. And we'll see if he's going to take the L. All right, so it'll be Jackson Stevens facing off against Victor Caratini, and then back to the top of the order. A 14 for Caratini is going to be a hit by pitch if it's a 1. Otherwise, he takes the walk. So not a great start for Jackson Stevens, as Caratini, the catcher, stands at first base. No threat to steal at all. Colton Wong at first. At the plate, sorry. 45 is going to be a fly ball that goes out to center field. Not going to advance the runner, and that's going to be one down as the center fielder, Adam Duvall, comes in and makes the play. Luis Urias. Urias is 2 for 3. He's got a single and a triple. 35 is not going to get it done as he strikes out against Stevens, and that'll be a strikeout swinging. Runner at first base with 2 down. Christian Yelich to the plate. Yelich is over. He's got 3 flyouts, and he is going to add a strikeout to that. As Jackson Stevens comes back strong, and he's going to get out of the inning unscathed after a leadoff walk. Milwaukee leaves one at first, and they head to the top of the 7th inning. They are ahead 4-2, and it is 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's starting the inning at 24. So we're going to give Corbin Burnes another inning here before he has to drop down. And that will be 46. He's facing off against the bottom of the order, Swanson, Duvall, and Demerit. 46 is going to be a double play or a strikeout. No double play here, so he's going to take the K. And Corbin Burnes still strong into the 7th inning as he strikes out Dansby Swanson. Adam Duvall to the plate. Duvall 1 for 2. He was on with the fielder's choice last time. 15 is going to be another base hit, this time to left field. Yelich picks it up and gets it in. And that's going to be a 1-out single for the center fielder. Let's go ahead and sacrifice with Travis Demerit. On a sacrifice, 1 or a 2 is going to be an out on the lead runner. Otherwise, sacrifice is successful. It's not successful, and that's why people don't bunt these days. So we get the runner at second base. And we're going to go 2-6 on the putout. And Travis Demerit is now at first. So we're trying to get him in scoring position for you, Ronald. But you're going to have to do some work to drive him in. Ronald Acuna at 26 is going to be a strikeout against Corbin Burnes. And he is no match for that fastball in the corner. And that is 3 outs for the Braves. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-2 is our score. Corbin Burnes holding this Braves offense in check. We 4 batters. We're going to leave Jackson Stevens out there for 1 more inning. Let's see if he can replicate the inning before. 23 is going to be a ground out. That is to the catcher. Let's see if there's an error on the play. No error, as Darno is all over that, and he gets it over to first base. And that is out number 1, as Hunter Renfroe is the first out of the inning. Tyrone Taylor, center fielder, is 1 for 2. He does have a walk and a single. 25 is going to be a fly ball out to right center field. Let's see if there's an error on this play. There's not, as Duvall makes a nice running catch in center field, and that's going to be out number 2. Jackson Stevens pitching well in relief of Maxwell Fried. Brings up Rowdy Tellez. Tellez 2 for 3. The 23 is going to be another ground out, this time out in front of the plate. Let's see if there's an error. There's no error, and that's going to be a 23. A 2-3 put out. 1-2-3 go the Brewers in the bottom of the 7th inning. So into the last couple innings we go. We're going to get a replacement for Corbin Burnes. Hopefully I can choose well. I don't really know a ton about the 2022 Brewers bullpen. So let's just do a little check here and see. Boxberger looks like a good option. What do we got up here? We got Olson, Riley, Ozuna. Kobe Milner seems like a good option. Maybe he's the best one. He's a lefty. We'll see. It's a very favorable lineup here. 347. Hader is definitely going to be the closer. Do you know that? Devin Williams I guess, was the closer after him. So let's do that. Let's plan for a Devin Williams 8th, and we'll plan for a Josh Hader 9th with the lead. So Devin Williams comes in for Burns. Burnsy goes 7 innings. He gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits in 7 innings. 8 hits, 2 runs, and both of the runs were earned. He walked no one. Five strikeouts. No hit by pitch. He faced 27-28 batters. And no wild pitches for Corbin Burns. So let's get everything straightened up here and on camera. All right, everything looks good. And new pitcher for the Brewers is going to be Devin Williams. He's a right-hander. 65 games he got into. 193 ERA, 243 SIERA. So he did have 15 saves in 60 innings pitched. And he'll be facing off against the heart of the order, Olson, Riley, and Ozuna. Let's see if he can keep it all down. That's going to be a single for Matty Olson as he hits one to left field. Going to the opposite direction, the big man. And that brings up Austin Riley with a chance to tie it. And not exactly what Craig Counsell was looking for. But a 16 is going to be a fly ball. That's to deep, deep right field. On the run and making the play in right is Hunter Renfroe, and seeing the ball well and tagging up is going to be Matty Olson, as it's a fly out with an arrow, so that's going to be a tag up, and Matty Olson is at second base now. A 44 for Marcell Ozuna. Let's see if the big bear can come through. And a 44 is going to be a long single. So that's actually going to score Olson as he hits one into the gap. And that will score the third run for the Braves. And Marcell Ozuna with the RBI single. He stands at first base. He's 2 for 4 now. Ozzie Albies to the plate. He's 1 for 3, but his one hit was a big one. It was a home run. A home run puts the Braves ahead here. No such luck, though, as he hits into a ground out, but this is softly hit to second base. Second baseman has to charge, come in, make a snap throw, and he gets the runner at first base, gets the batter, but the runner at first base is going to advance. So Ozuna now at second base in scoring position, and that'll be Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. d'Arnaud 1 for 3. 23 is going to be a ground out to the catcher, and a lot of error checks on the catcher, and could be an error here. Let's see. Is Caratini a plus or a minus? He's a plus. So no error on the plate as Caratini. A low throw to first, but nice scoop at first base by, who's playing over there? Keston Hiura. And we're going to go 2-3 on the put out. That's 3 down in the inning, but the Braves do get 1 run closer. It's now 4-3. And a nice tight one here. We're going to get a new pitcher for the Braves, Jackson Stephens. Good job, buddy. And let's bring in AJ Minter. Let's see if Minter can keep things right where they are. Minter had a really good season last year. In 75 games pitched, 70 innings, 206 ERA, 213 SIERA. So let's bring in Minter. He's a lefty, big lefty, throws gas. At times he can throw gas on the fire, which is not ever good, but hoping that this is going to be a throw gas kind of game. 2 innings for Jackson Stephens. He gives up no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 Ks. No hit by pitch. He faced 4, 7 batters, and no wild pitches. All right, so room's getting a little messy here. Let's get everything back together. And we've got AJ Minter facing off against Brousseau, Hiura, And Caratini. 45 from AJ Minter. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Out in center field is Adam Duvall, and he's going to make the play on a Mike Brousseau fly out. Brousseau now 2 for 4. He's been on 3 times. First time they've kept him off the bases. Brings up Keston Hiura. Hiura is 0 for 3. A 56 is going to be a strikeout. And for Hiura, that's a strikeout looking as... what's his name? AJ Minter. Minter gets him with the fastball on the inside corner. Didn't like the call, but he is sitting down for out number 2. That's going to bring up Victor Caratini, the number 9 hitter. 34 is going to be a double as he laces one to the right center field gap. Caratini is a switch hitter, so he hits that one right-handed. And he is standing at second base in scoring position for Colton Wong. Colton Wong is 1 for 4. And a 24 is not going to get it done. That's going to be a strikeout for Colton Wong, and he is the 3rd out of the inning. So the Brewers strand another runner, this time at second base with 2 outs. And we go to the top of the 9th inning. Josh Hader trying to close this one down. He's got a 4-3 lead. Let's see if he can do it. Found out a lot of things about Josh Hader this year. Not necessarily good things. Not necessarily bad, but just things that we didn't probably know. Maybe you knew if you were in Milwaukee. We got Devin Williams comes in. He gives up 2 hits and 1 run in 1 inning. So 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. No walks, no Ks, no hit by pitch. He faced 5 batters, no wild pitches. All right, it's Josh Hader time. The big lefty with the long hair. And he, in 37 games, 4.24 ERA. But his Sierra was a 185, so kind of a victim of bad luck or bad defense, not sure. 42% K percentage. And he'll be facing off against Dansby Swanson, Adam Duvall, and Travis Demerit. 45 to Dansby Swanson is going to be a base knock. Now, the Braves are quite good at coming from behind, and we'll see if they could do that here. Dansby Swanson is a 1-5 on a steal. That's not quite enough for me. It's only about a 55% chance. So we're going to put Adam Duvall out there. This is going to be a line out, and that line drive is to left field as he hits it hard, but it's a rocket to left. And that's a terrible F7, but that's going to work because I messed it up. So that's going to be out number 1, and staying at first base is going to be Dansby Swanson. Brings up Travis Demerit. Demerit, a 46, is going to kill the Braves here as he grounds out to the shortstop, and a 46 is going to be a double play. And just like that, Josh Hader gets Demerit to ground into a 6-4-3 DP, and just as quickly as the rally started, it's killed, and the Braves go down in the 9th. Milwaukee wins this one 4-3 in a well-pitched ball game. Max Fried is going to take the loss as the Braves couldn't come back. Hader goes 1 inning. He gives up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no Ks, and phase 3. He's going to get the save. Williams is going to get the hold. Burns is going to get the win. And Max Fried, unfortunately, is going to take the L. So Fried falls to, I want to say he's 3-3 now. I'll have to go back and check that, but I believe that he is at 3-3. All right, so this is another good game played with on-base baseball. Nice tight pitching game, and thought the Braves were going to come back a little bit there, but just couldn't get anything going in the 9th. Bullpen comes in and settles things down. Minter, he pitched 1 inning, and he faced, he gave up the 1 double, no runs, no walks, and 2 Ks. He faced 4 batters, and so a nice 3-inning pitching performance from the bullpen, but they could not get the runs home. And this was the frustration of watching the Braves in the first half of 2022. And it took them another month from here before they really got everything rolling. And then when they got rolling, you couldn't stop them. But this is playing out very much like the beginning of the season. So let's see what happens as this replay goes forward. So in his 7th start, Max Fried falls to the Milwaukee Brewers by a score of 4-3, and he will take the L after a rough 5 innings. Only gave up 3 runs, but 9 hits and only 4 strikeouts against the Brew Crew. For the Brewers, had a nice day from Rowdy Tellez. Tellez 2 for 4. Brousseau had a couple of hits, not an everyday player. And who else? A triple and a single from Luis Urias. So he might be the player of the game. Corbin Burns, though, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs. So probably Corbin Burns is our player of the game. 5 Ks, no walks. And he set the Milwaukee Brewers up for success in this one. All right, this is On Base Baseball. You can purchase On Base Baseball if you go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, clarkandaddisongaming.com, and you can look up On Base Baseball. You can click on baseball at the top link in the header, and it'll show all the baseball games. You'll clearly be able to see On Base Baseball. The new 2023 season that just was completed is out and ready. Everybody's carded just like this. You also get the roster sheets with the modern game engine chart, so you can take part in pre-playing the playoffs, or you can replay the playoffs. I would love to be able to replay them, and maybe the Braves will win this time instead of getting beat up by the Phillies. But I don't feel too bad because everybody's getting beat up by the Phillies. Another win in Game 2. Sorry to spoil it for you, but man, they are on fire. All right, so you can go there and purchase the game. Each season is $20. You get you get more than 1,600 players individually carded. Anybody who got into a game, even if it was just for 1 inning or a pinch run or a pinch hit. So you get lots of players, and all of those are also on the roster sheet. So you get every player on the roster sheet as well if you prefer to play with those. And I'll continue to put out more seasons and looking to put out more classic seasons. If you have any suggestions about what good seasons you would like to see as far as classic seasons and not just keeping up with the modern ones, put those down in the description. And what we do with the classic seasons is, instead of using Sierra as our delimiter for pitchers, we use FIP. And FIP has been calculated back throughout history. Batting runs has been calculated back throughout history, so no problem there. In fact, all 3 of these main metrics that we use for the game engine have been done all throughout history. So no issues with doing classic seasons, even as far back as into the early days of baseball. So plan to continue to put out more and more seasons as we go. My card making skills have grown, so I feel like I can do that relatively quickly. And within a week, I can do a season. So if you have any suggestions, put those down in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video if you like it, and to subscribe for more content. Try to get something out, once or twice a week, so you have more games like this. And On Base plays very smoothly, very easy. What I love about it is the game sort of gets out of the way, and you can just enjoy baseball. Sometimes with games, it's like the game is, you're playing the game. You're not playing baseball. And so to me, that's not what I wanted. I want the feel of baseball. And so I feel like with On Base, it's pretty simple. So you're not really like, the game itself is not in the way of the sport. So for me, that's a big deal. And if you play any of my games, which you can find them all at Clark and Addison Gaming. If you play any of my games, you know that I'm trying to get out of the way, trying to get the game out of the way, but it's there to facilitate the sport, not to make it so that you're playing my game. So hopefully that makes sense. And if that's something that you're looking for, or something that really distracts you or bugs you about some tabletop games, then check out some of my other games. Look on this channel. There's videos here. You can go to the On Base Baseball video channel on YouTube, and there's even more videos there. I'm not porting them all over, but they're out there, and I'm not going to take them down. So if you're looking up On Base Baseball, I've got a lot of videos on there, close to 150 or 200 videos on there about all types of baseball and other games that I was working on. So there's lots of different stuff there. So check that out, and go get On Base Baseball. If you're new to the On Base world, I'll put the link to the Facebook group. You can join the Facebook group for On Base Baseball. You can join the Facebook group for Clark and Addison Gaming Company, and both of those are private groups. Just answer a few questions, and then you'll be able to get into the group and participate in discussions, get any files. If you're part of the Clark and Addison Gaming group, you'll get some like sneak previews of things that I'm working on, or just as I'm doing different things, I have questions, or sometimes just comments about sports or baseball. And sometimes it's just a like sneak peek. Here's what I'm working on. What do you think? And just trying to get a little bit of feedback from people. I know that my community is not nearly like APA or anything else, which is fine at this point. But hopefully as the game gets out little by little, it gets into more people's hands, and they realize, hey, this is a really good alternative to an APA or a Strat. It's got a little kind of elements of both. And is a nice quick game to play. I'm talking now, so this video is longer, but mostly you can play it in 30 or 40 minutes, and you can get a full game in with changes and with everything that you want to do. And, just easy peasy, very simple to play and to roll. You could even use this to show someone or get them into the tabletop gaming hobby, into tabletop baseball. I think here's a spoiler, I'm working on a football game that's based on similar principles. So I say tabletop sports, but maybe even tabletop football. Let's see. It's going to be a similar carded game where you roll off an 11 to 66. And, I thought, well, why can't we do something like that, right? APA's done it. Strat has done it. Why can't we do the same concept as On Base Baseball? So a little sneak preview that I'm working on that behind the scenes as we speak, and we'll see how that turns out in the end. Might be some cool kind of gameplay elements there as well. All right, I think that's it from here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.